today we got a blow day. This week I've been fishing walleyes and it's been okay, but today it's blowing and we got thunderstorms coming in. So what I'm going to do today is it's that time of year where I go through a lot of leeches and crawlers. And so I'm going to build some, and I have never done this in the past, but now that I got a whole lot of time on my hands, I'm going to give her a whirl, and I definitely have a lot of spots where I believe I can catch leeches. So what I'm using is it's just a thin tin. In this case, it actually is a printing plate. I got a few printing plates. That was my career, is printing. So I got a few printing plates in storage, and that's what I'm going to use. I believe a guy could use. First thing that came to mind is flashing, roof flashing. But whatever you got, you could use tin. I've seen online guys using pie plates or whatever, and I'm pretty sure it would all work. But since I got access to a whole lot of printing plates, that's what I'm going to use, printing plates. And size, I'm not so sure size is a big deal. I just kind of figured out measurements of a big printing plate and seen how many I could get out of one plate. Well, I guess I'm going to fold this shiny side in. This is some kind of emulsion on there, and I'm not so sure the leeches will really like that. So a leech trap is really all it is a piece of metal I'm going to throw in the bottom of a swamp. And I'm going to throw a piece of, you could throw, I see a lot of guys using pretty much anything. I'm going to use beaver, of course. But ideally, I think probably something full of blood, like a chicken liver or chicken I see guys using, or I was thinking of a liver out of a deer, but I didn't save any, so I don't have any at this point. But next year I will save a deer liver. I'm gonna just use this twine, tie it on here, and you're gonna slip a piece of beaver meat in there, and kind of pinch these shut. I don't know if I like the clothespin idea, but put a piece of meat in there, and you're going to throw it out into the swamp, and hopefully you come the next morning and there's leeches in there. You can see the ends are open enough that the leeches can get in and out, and even this end there. So if I don't like the clothespin thing so much, I rifled through Alicia's desk and I found these little clippy things. And they're much stronger. I like that idea more. I might stop and get some of them, but all right. Well, I'm gonna go get them out, and I guess we'll see you in the morning. Okay, so we're at the first spot where I'm gonna set some leech traps. And first thing I notice is I got out of the car, and of course I see a turtle nest. There might even be, looks like there's one good egg there left, but what happens is the turtles come up onto the road and dig their nest, or where they're going to lay their eggs, and then the predators come up and eat them, raccoons or whatnot. Okay, here's the second spot. As you can see, this looks pretty fresh, actually. The turtle might have been in here just within hours, but you can see they've been here before, and once again the eggs are all dug up and eaten. The raccoons, the fox, the coyotes, they figure that shit out real quick. But that looks fresh like this morning. So there's probably a bunch of eggs under there. They're going to get dug up tonight, I'm sure. But oh, right here, look at here. Oh, look at here. We got one in action. So what she's doing, that's just a painted turtle. What she's doing is digging a hole there, and she's going to end up laying her eggs there. Unfortunately, when you do it on the road, all the coyotes and wolves and all the other critters. She just started digging. She hasn't laid them yet, but How you doing? Yeah. Okay. So I'm at the first spot here. I'm going to put some in, and water is real low, but it's stagnant water. And that's kind of what we're looking for. I see some ripples here and there, so there must be some minnows in there. But anyhow, it's pretty much swamp. I don't know. Seems like everything I do, eventually I end up in a swamp, but okay. So what I got going here is nice red, juicy, bloody meat. And I'm just going to take a couple pieces of that. One piece probably would be enough, but I'll take 2 pieces. And I'll just put it in the middle there. Button it up. And then I'll go and throw it out. There she sinks. It's only about a foot deep there. Oh, I see minnows. There is minnows here, so. And then I'll just tie it. Quartz. Tie it to this rock. It's only going to be out overnight. No critter's going to come and take it. Right. Every spot I stop at, you got. Run, run, run. Got turtles. You can probably hear them buzzing. The horseflies or deer flies are out in full attack mode. And they seem to like my hair for some reason. All right, so I got these 2 set. There's venison in both of them. And we just got to get down to that pond. The deer flies or horse flies are in the full attack mode. And I didn't bring a thermosol. So they're chewing on me pretty good. Okay. Last one. Nice thing about here is one thing you don't have to worry about is gators. Down in the Everglades, you couldn't be doing this. Maybe there isn't any beavers left here. The water's so low. Come on. Sink. 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 There she goes. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Get horse flies. Good morning, bitches. So we are back to our first spot where we set some leech traps yesterday. And I am going to do a check. There's our string. I got my little cooler here. Hopefully we'll have some leeches. Okay. Let's see if I can pull this off. Not looking good. Not looking good. No leeches. Well, no leeches here, but we got a few more spots to check yet. Okay, so let me show you what I got going here. I got one right there. Boom. Leeches. That's awesome. And they're all huge. They're all really big leeches. Oh, nice. Okay, that's it. There, I got a dozen leeches already. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna set this again. So, let me show you here. Those are, well, they're not, there's a few jumbles in there, but that's a large leech. That's a dozen leeches I got on my first stop. So, and I got another trap right over on the other side. Let's go see what I got over there. Okay, we're gonna check this side. Other side I got over a dozen on. So I got high hopes here. Ah, there's a paw print there. Okay. See what we got going. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Another mother lode. There's the venison. Okay, so I got probably, there's a lot of leeches here. Probably 3 dozen, and they're, most of them, this one's got some smaller ones in, but most of them, they're jumbos. Large to jumbos. Those are all small ones. I'm going to leave them in there. Put the venison back in. Okay, I already got, there's 2 or 3 dozen there. Most of them are jumbos or larges for sure. And that's, honestly, if you had to buy that, that's $10 worth of leeches. Okay, let me show you how this morning went. So I had 3 spots, leech traps out in 3 spots, and it went pretty good. Probably got 3 dozen leeches. There's a good one, but most of them are larges, a few jumbos, and then I did have some small ones that I threw back. But so what I do is I put them in this container. You got to make sure that the container seals tight, otherwise they will find their way out. And then I put them in the beer refrigerator. I will get some more traps set later this afternoon. Like I said, 2 of the spots were duds, so I'll try some different spots, and we'll see how that goes.